Hello children, hope you are fine. So today we are meeting in the class today to continue with our chapter on rationals. So today, as I had already told you, we are going to learn how to represent a given rational on the number line. So we already are familiar with a number line. A number line is a representation of all the numbers which are present continuously, starting from 0 if it is whole numbers, starting from 1 if it is the natural numbers, or extending indefinitely on both sides of 0 if it is integers. So this is how we have seen the number line so far. I hope you are making sense with what I'm saying. When I talk about representation of a natural number on the number line, we know it starts from 1, then 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. It goes on the right side, right? Then when we introduce the 0, that means when we talk about the group of whole numbers, we have the starting point as 0. Then we move towards the right of 0, mark it as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and so on the right side of 0. So that will give you a group of whole numbers which can be fixed on the number line. When the integers were introduced, the number line was extended on both the sides of 0. That means if you have to represent integers on the number line, you had 0 at the center, you had the positive integers on the right side of 0 and the negative integers on the left side of 0. So this is how we had represented integers also on the number line. So today, taking it forward, we are going to see how we can represent a given rational number on the number line. That means we are going to find out where are these rationals sitting in the number line. Already we have fixed the positions of natural numbers, the whole numbers, and the integers on the number line. But we also know that apart from these whole numbers, natural numbers, and the integers, the number line has got specific positions for rational numbers also. Because after all, a number line should contain all the existing numbers. Only then it is a number line. So today we will see how we are able to locate these rationals on the number line. So let me go and present my screen first. So I hope you are seeing my screen now. Good. So you will write the heading as representation of rationals on the number line. So we'll start with the first example, that is to represent 3 by 8 on the number line. So first of all, we should be convinced to say whether 3 by 8 is a rational. What did we learn about rationals yesterday? How did we define a rational number? We said a rational number is one which can be represented in the form of P by Q, where Q is not equal to 0. That means it should have a numerator and denominator, and the denominator should not be equal to 0. So in this case, 3 by 8 is definitely accepted as a rational because the value is 3 here, Q is 8. And definitely because 8 is not equal to 0, we know Q is not equal to 0. And hence the condition satisfies, and hence 3 by 8 is a rational number. Now this 3 by 8 on the number line, where is it sitting? We have to know. Right? Now 3 by 8 as a fraction also, you know 3 by 8. So first of all, you have to ask yourself, 3 by 8, is it a proper fraction or an improper fraction? Because we have studied all this previously itself. So 3 by 8, as we all know, is a proper fraction because here the numerator is 3 and the denominator is 8. That means the numerator is smaller than the denominator. So it is a proper fraction. So what do we understand by proper fraction? Definitely a proper fraction, the value will be less than 1 because it is part of a given whole. So 3 by 8 is a proper fraction because numerator is less than the denominator. And because it is a proper fraction, it is going to be less than 1. So what idea do you have now? On the number line, this 3 by 8 will lie somewhere between 0 and 1. Because it is having a value less than 1, it is going to definitely lie between 0 and 1. So now we will see how we can represent this on the number line. Let me stop this share. I come back and now I try to take you to the app where I can use GeoGebra to allow you to understand how to represent a given rational on the number line. Now I have a canvas, means it is simply like a paper that you have in front of you where you are going to draw the number line. I have a paper here with me. So as we already know, a rational is already existing on the number line. Today only we are going to find out where are these existing on the number line. Now, first we will draw the number line. To draw the number line, you should have your ruler and your pencil with you. So even I have my ruler here. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to first fix a point from where I start. Now 3 by 8 is a negative rational or a positive rational? It is a positive rational because both the numerator and the denominator are positive integers. So I don't need the negative side of the number line. That means I start from 0. I know it is going to lie somewhere between 0 and 1. So what I'm going to do is I'll first mark this point here. From there, I just draw the ray. You know how to draw a ray. A ray means it should have an arrowhead on one side. So from here, I just pull and make this ray somewhere here. Right. Now there are some alphabets getting introduced there because this is an app which automatically takes the positions of those points that I'm marking. I'll just try to remove them so that you don't get confused. I'm just removing all that. So you have this ray drawn, which is going to be your number line. So this starting point is going to be 0. Right. So we will mark it there also. Okay, so I have marked that as 0 now. So let me bring it down so that you know this is 0. Right, this represents the 0. Then I know 3 by 8 is the rational I want to represent. So in between 0 and 1, I have to make some divisions and find out which division represents the 3 by 8. Now, how many divisions should I make between 0 and 1 is decided by the denominator of the rational given to you. So the rational given to you is 3 by 8, right? So what is the denominator there? It is 8. So I have to make 8 divisions between 0 and 1. So what I will do is I'll start marking the equal parts. That means you have to take your scale, say 1 centimeter length, you take it as 1 part. So that is exactly what I'm also going to do. I'm going to represent that with points. See, I put it here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I made 8 divisions between 0 and 1, right? This is exactly what I have to do. So you also can do these divisions on your number line that you've drawn. Equally spaced. See, all these are equally distanced from each other. So for you, it is easy because you can use your ruler. Maybe you can take a gap of 1 centimeter away from each other. So mark this point. Okay, so 8 divisions. This last division, that is the 8th division, will represent your 1. So what we will do there is, we will remove all these labels because it's so confusing for us. We don't require those alphabets, so I'm removing it. Yes, so that is done. Now you need to write what are these points that you have marked. So before we do that, I'll mark this first now here. So this is your 1. This was your 0 on the number line. This is your 1. And in between, you have made 8 parts of the distance between 0 and 1, right? Can you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? So this first division will represent your 1 out of the 8 divisions. So this will represent 1 by 8. So that's what you have to mark there. Can you see it's telling it is 1 by 8. So can you tell what this would be? This would be 2 by 8. 2 out of the 8 parts that you have made. Right? Like this, you can keep on marking 3 by 8, 4 by 8, 5 by 8, 6 by 8, 7 by 8. This will become 8 by 8, which is nothing but 1. All right. So what you exactly wanted was the 3 by 8. So this is the position of that rational 3 by 8. So you can mark it here. So that represents your 3 by 8. So you can say this is the position of your rational that you want. Maybe you can remove all this. This is, you can mark all this. Say you, this will be 4 by 8, this will be 5 by 8, 6 by 8, 7 by 8, etc. So if you want to show that also, you can show it. Quickly you can show. This is 4 by 8. The next one will obviously be the 5 by 8. Then the next one would be 6 by 8. This would be 7 by 8. Then you will have this as 8 by 8, right? So I write it on the top so that you know 8 by 8 is nothing but your 1. Right. That is your 8 by 8. This point represents 8 by 8, which is nothing but 1, right? So on the number line, you have decided that 3 by 8 is this position, which is occupied by this rational 3 by 8. Now, if you want, you can show it in a different color or just put an arrow mark there and show that this is your 3 by 8. Maybe I will try changing the color of this object so that you know that is the one I'm representing. So maybe you can make it a little more bold also. You can do it because I have GeoGebra app here. I'm trying to use it. Let's see, maybe I can move it a little. Let the move tool. So this is your 3 by 8. Right, maybe you can mark it in a different color there, right? So this is how you represent a given rational on the number line, right? Did you understand this? So good. So now what we will do is we will select a negative rational and see how we can represent it on the number line. So we will take up another number line now and see how we can represent that. So we will open a new one. I hope you've understood. So this is our new one, which we have taken now, a new tab where I can create more space for the next rational that I am trying to represent. Okay. So now the second rational that I want to represent, say, I will take it as negative 4 by 9. Negative 4 by 9. All right. Now what I will do, because it is a negative rational, 4 by 9. Again, what is 4 by 9? It is a proper fraction. So it is going to lie between 0 and negative 1. Why did I say negative 1? Because the rational itself is negative. It has to lie on the left side of 0. So how will you represent this now? Again, we will do the same exercise. We will mark the starting point first. I take it to the right hand side corner this time. And then I will draw my arrow head on the other side. I put it here. So my number line has to extend on the left side of 0. So let me mark the points here. This will be my 0. Okay, so this is my 0. Let me bring it down. Yeah. And now I know between 0 and 1, I have to make 9 divisions. Why? Because the rational given to me is negative 4 by 9. So I'll just write it there. We tend to forget. So let me write it here. Negative 4 by 9. This is my rational. Right, this is my rational that I want. I'll just make it a little big. Okay, so that is my rational. So I think I've moved a little. See, this is the rational that I have to represent, negative 4 by 9. So because 9 is the denominator, I know between 0 and 1, I have to make these 9 divisions. So let me start marking my points like that. So let me select a point here. So this will be my first point 1, 2, 3, all equally spaced. Okay, you can use your scale 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and this is your ninth division. So that is going to become your 1, right? So mark it, let me see. Mark it quickly. So once you mark them, now you can label them as the rationals that you want. Right? So we will remove all the labels from here. Oh my God, that's. I can remove all the labels. I don't want those alphabets, so I'm just removing. You don't have them, so you don't have to worry. Now you keep marking them as negative 1 by 9, negative 2 by 9, etc. Okay, so the first point that I'm going to mark is negative 1 by 9, right? So that position is for negative 1 by 9. So the second position will be occupied as the negative 2 by 9. Then you go to the negative 3 by 9. Then again, negative 4 by 9. So that's exactly what you want, is it not? Then you can continue negative 5 by 9, negative 6 by 9, negative 7 by 9, negative 8 by 9, negative 9 by 9 will automatically become your 1. You know that is going to be your 1. So you can mark that as 1 there first. You can fill all the remaining. I hope you have understood. So this is the one that I have to enlarge, right? So I'll give that a different color maybe so that you know that is your rational that you have represented. So can you understand? So this is your negative 4 by 9, this point. This will be your negative 5 by 9, negative 6 by 9, negative 7 by 9, negative 8 by 9, negative 9 by 9. This should be your negative 1, not positive 1, sorry. This should be negative 1. Wait, let me mark it again. I marked it as positive 1. It is negative 1. Okay. So this is how you locate the position of a given rational on the number line. So you can try more of such kind. Sometimes you may be asked the negative rational or sometimes the positive rational. Suppose I have a rational like, say, I will try to insert it in the image here and show it to you. Say I have a rational like negative 7 by 4. This is the rational I have. Let me enlarge it so that you are able to see it clearly. So this is my new rational that I want to present. Now, how is this different from this? Both of these, the negative 4 by 9 we have shown. How is this negative 7 by 4 different from negative 4 by 9? There is a big difference. Negative 4 by 9, the numerator is less than the denominator. So it is falling under the category of proper fraction. So it will lie between 0 and negative 1 only. But your negative 7 by 4, the numerator is greater than the denominator. So in this case, you will not have the rational lying between 0 and negative 1. It will go beyond negative 1. It is greater than negative 1. So it will go in the leftward direction. Now, how will you mark this negative 7 by 4? You know, you have to make 4 divisions between 0 and negative 1 because the denominator tells you how many divisions you have to make. So you will make 4 divisions and tell the 4th division is negative 1. So what will happen to the next division then after that? The next division will be negative 5 by 4, then negative 6 by 4, and then negative 7 by 4. So this is how you have to keep on moving to get the position. Now let me see if you're able to clearly get this negative 7 by 4 on your number line. Now let me delete all this. I'll use the same number line to show negative 7 by 4. Now your 0 and negative 1 is not this. This is definitely not your negative 1. So I'll delete that also. So because it is 4 in the denominator, the 4th division will automatically become negative 1. So let me introduce the negative 1 there. So this is your negative 1. Right? So 1, 2, 3, the 4th division is negative 1. So the first division will be negative 1 by 4, negative 2 by 4, negative 3 by 4, negative 4 by 4, which has become negative 1. Right? So then the next one will be negative 5 by 4, and this is going to be your negative 7 by 4. This is the 7th one. So all these should be equally spaced from each other. Right? For negative 4 by 9, you made 9 divisions between 0 and negative 1. Here, because it's only 4 divisions between 0 and 1, you would have reached negative 1 when the 4th division has come. So this is going to be your negative 7 by 4. Did you understand how that is going to be your negative 7 by 4? This is negative 1 by 4, negative 2 by 4, negative 3 by 4, negative 4 by 4 will become negative 1, then negative 5 by 4, negative 6 by 4. Sorry, this is negative 7 by 4. Sorry, I think I misread it. Sorry. This is going to be your negative 7 by 4. So we'll insert it there. The 7th division from there is going to be your negative 7 by 4. Did you count? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is your negative 7 by 4, which means you have already got your rational marked on the number line. You have identified it. Do you get it? See, this is your negative 7 by 4. So this is how the rationals are located on the number line. It can be a negative rational or it can be a positive rational. You must only remember negative rationals means on the left side of 0, whereas when you're doing the positive rational, you have to use the right side of 0. So I think I'll stop my share here. You must be clear with the things now. So try locating these rationals on the number line. We will take up the next concept in the next class. So thank you, children. Please do practice and complete your notes on the lines in which I have explained the representation of rationals on the number line. Thank you.